In this video, I am going to explain about the quantum numbers. Quantum numbers is the topic in the chemistry of the lesson 1 class 11th. With the help of quantum numbers, we can easily find the correct position and place of electrons in an atom. Okay, there are four types of quantum numbers. The first one is principal quantum number. Principal quantum number is denoted by small n. It tells the energy of the electron in an atom. That is, it tells the shell and energy of the electron in an atom. So that means it is numbered from 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Generally 1 stands for K, this stands for M, this stands for N, and so on. So this is the principal quantum number. It tells about the shell in which the electron goes and the energy of the electron in an atom. For example, if it is written as 3s2, so what is the principal quantum number in this case? So the number which is written over here is the principal quantum number. That means here n is equal to 3. That means the electron is in the third orbit. That, for example, this is our nucleus. So first orbit, second orbit, and in the third orbit. Electron is somewhere in this third orbit because it is 3s2. So principal quantum number tells about the orbit in which the electron and its energy level. Okay, after that, just note it down. We have the second type of quantum number, that is the azimuthal quantum number. We can also name it as angular quantum number. As it obvious from its name, angular quantum number, that means its typical name is azimuthal quantum number. It is denoted by small n. Clear? It gives us the subshell in which the electron is held in the atom. It also tells us the shape of the orbital in which the electron goes. It also tells the angular momentum of the electron. So with the help of azimuthal quantum number, we can find out the three things. Azimuthal quantum number tells in which subshell the electron goes into the electron. It also tells the shape of the orbital, and it also helps, with the help of that, we can find the angular momentum of the electron. Now the value of shell is from n minus 1. For example, if the value of n is 3, so total values of L are 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. One thing. This is the total number of azimuthal quantum numbers. Now, what is the shape of the orbital and extra? I am just going to explain you. There are different types of orbitals, S, P, D and F. It is a round shape, it is dumbbell shaped, and these are the two complex shaped orbitals. Okay. In S orbital, if we have azimuthal quantum number is equal to 0, it denotes that the electron goes into subshell S. These are the subshells. Okay. If the azimuthal quantum number is 1, then it is the P subshell. If the azimuthal quantum number is 2, then the subshell is D. If the subshell is F, the azimuthal quantum number is 3. Okay. For example, we have 4s2. Now here, value for n is 4, this one. And value for L is what? This is S. So the value for L here is 0. But the total values of L for n is equal to 4, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. So this. So we have n minus 1. From 0 to n minus 1. Total number of values of L. Clear? Now, next one is we have magnetic quantum number. Whenever any atom puts into the magnetic field, it shows it splits into, it shows a different type of behavior. It is affected by that magnetic field and we get the magnetic quantum number, and it is denoted by M. The value for M is from minus L to plus L. Clear? For example, if the value for L is 2, then the values of M are minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. Clear? In this way, we can find the values for magnetic quantum number. Now the last one is the spin quantum number. Actually, spin quantum number gives us the direction in which the electrons is moving, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. For clockwise direction we have plus half, and for anti-clockwise we have minus half. This is the overall recap for the quantum number. Now I am going to take some questions one by one and try to explain you the concepts and try to solve the questions which you have in your textbooks. Okay, now just see one by one. Now we have a question that it is given that if there is an element having atomic number 19, write the 4 sets of quantum number for this element. We just use the above configuration. So we write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. Now count, we have 19. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 6, 18, 119. Okay, so there is no need of that. Now, for writing the set of 4 quantum number for the last one. So we see that we have 4s1. That means principal quantum number is 4, this one. Now azimuthal quantum number, that is L. And we have here s orbital. For s orbital, the value of L is 0. Now magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number goes from minus L, 0 to plus L. So as we have 0, so magnetic quantum number is 0. And for a spin quantum number, we write half. So these are the set of the 4 quantum numbers for the element having atomic number 19. Clear? Now for example, if we have atomic number 18. Now write the 4 quantum number sets for the atomic number 18. Then we don't have this one and our electronic configuration become in this way. Just count 2, 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 6, 18. So for the last one, we have to write the set of 4 quantum numbers. That is 3p6. So now here principal quantum number is 3. Azimuthal quantum number is p. For the value of p, we have azimuthal quantum number 1. Clear? Now a magnetic quantum number. For the magnetic quantum number, we have minus L, 0 to plus L. So we have magnetic quantum number -1, 0 and 1 for this case. And spin quantum number we have +12 and -12. But for +12 and -12 for each of them. That means for the spin quantum number we write in this way -1, 0 and 1. For -1 we have +12, -12. For 0 we have +12, -12. Clear? And for 1 we have +12 and -12. In this way we write the set of 4 quantum numbers. Another type of question is given in our book that it is given the 4 sets of quantum numbers, and they ask us whether the set of quantum number is permissible or not, whether it is correct or not, or which set is right set of quantum number. I am just taking one example, and from that example I will try to explain you that concept. Now watch the question on your screen. There are 4 sets of quantum numbers are given, and we have to find which quantum number is correct or which quantum number is not correct. So here we have different sets. This is for principal quantum number, this is for azimuthal, this is for magnetic, and this is for spin quantum number. We generally check the values of n and l firstly. For that, the value of L should be less than n by at least 1. The value of n and L should never be equal to each other. First thing we check that. Now we see here it is 4, it is 3, it is 4, this is 2. So this is less than 4. So this is correct. Now it is 4, it is 0. It is also correct. But this is 4 and this is 4, which is not possible. So this set of quantum number is not possible. It means that value of L must be less than value of N. Okay? And if both of them just have the, for example, we have 1 here. So both the conditions are true. Now we check for the third case, for the values of M. That means in these case, firstly we check the first condition, we check the value of L must be less than value of N. If we check this condition and in all cases we find the same thing, then we just proceed for M. Value of M must be from -L to 0 to +L. Okay, now here we have 3 and 3, 0 is in middle of -3 to 3, 2 it is also in middle of 1. This is 1 and this is also 1. It can be possible because value of L is 1, we have -1, 0 and 1. So value of 1 is permissible here. When we 0 then it is 0. For example, if it is written over here 2, for example, so it is not possible. That means value of M is less than or equal to L. Second condition. Okay, either it is equal to L or less than L. Here value of M is greater than L, so this condition is not possible. You just check these two cases and you will get the answer for that. I again summarize this topic that in order to check the 4 quantum numbers, firstly check the condition value of L must be less than value of principal quantum number. Second one, value of magnetic quantum number must be less than or equal to azimuthal quantum number. You can easily got the correct quantum number set. Now the next type of question I am going to explain, which is related with quantum number. Now there is one more type of questions asked sometimes in the quantum numbers, that the four sets of quantum numbers are given in which only the principal quantum number and azimuthal quantum number is given. And the question is just in this way, that write in order of increasing energy levels. Or the question is like in this way, that which set of the quantum number has the highest energy. So in these types of question, we just add n plus l. Okay, the n plus l value which has the highest value has the maximum energy. Okay, now just we do that. It is 415, this is 4, and this one is 5, and it is 4. But now this seems a contrast nature. Two of them have 4 and two of them have 5. Now how we decide? According to our rule, the set of quantum number which have the 5 has the maximum energy level. But from the two we have to decide one. Then how will I will decide? For in this case we have 4 plus 1. That is, it is n, it is n. Now here we have 3 plus 2. Okay. Then the quantum number which has the highest value, that is, it has the 4, it has the maximum energy. Okay. So this set n is equal to 4 and l is equal to 1 has the highest energy level. One thing more I also want to add up in this question, that S, P, D and F. F has the maximum, and this is the order of increasing energy levels. Okay. Now another type of pattern I am going to take for the quantum numbers, which is asked in this topic. Now the next topic in the quantum number is to find the total number of quantum numbers. For example, if n is given and we have to find total number of azimuthal quantum numbers, or it can also be asked in this way, find the total number of orbitals, or find the total number of subshells present in the n quantum number. The formula for that, L is equal to, total number of L is equal to 2 to the power m. Okay. So for example, there is a question that if the principal quantum number is, if the principal quantum number is 4, clear? Then find the total number of subshells. Or it can be asked, find the total number of orbitals. Then in that case, you just write 2 to the power n. That means 2 to the power 4. That means we have 16. Similarly, in this way, we can also calculate find the total number of magnetic quantum number. We can also find out the total number of magnetic quantum number. Total number of magnetic quantum numbers, that is n. For L, total number of magnetic quantum number is 2L plus 1. Clear? That means m is equal to 2L plus 1. It is the total number of magnetic quantum numbers. For example, it is given that L is equals to 2. Then the total number of magnetic quantum numbers is 2 into 2 plus 1, That means we have 5 magnetic quantum numbers. We can see it in detail that if L is equal to 2, the magnetic quantum numbers are -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So total number of magnetic quantum number is 5. Now we see the method how we can find the angular momentum. The formula for finding the angular momentum. Now there's one more topic which is also related with the quantum number, is the angular momentum. And there is one more word, orbital angular momentum. When the question asks, just observe one thing, whether it is asking the angular momentum or whether the question is asking orbital angular momentum. For angular momentum, we use the formula nh/2π, where n is the principal quantum number. So angular quantum momentum is calculated for the principal quantum number. So this gives you the value of principal quantum number. And in orbital angular momentum, as we know, azimuthal quantum number is known as orbital angular momentum. So here we have the formula under root L plus 1 h/2π. And when the question asks spin angular momentum, what the question asks you to calculate spin angular momentum, then our formula is s plus 1 h/2π. Now I am going to take different cases in order to explain this. Okay. Now I am taking one by one each and every question in order to explain the concept of angular momentum and orbital angular momentum and spin angular momentum. The first question is like this: find the angular momentum of fourth orbit or the shell. So in this question we are asking about the principal quantum number. That means the angular momentum of the principal quantum number, where the value for n, principal quantum number, is 4. In this case we have the formula nh/2π. Just simply put the value 4 here and we get the answer 2h/5. These questions are very simple, but the problem is that we actually know what formula we use there. Okay. Now similarly, if we have the question, find orbital angular momentum, let it be for s orbital. Okay. Now as we know, for s orbital we have value for L is equal to 0. So we have the answer 0 into 0 plus 1 into h/2π. So the value for this is what? 0. So it becomes 0. So the s orbital has no orbital angular momentum. Now for p orbital, the value for L becomes 1. And in our formula, that is we have the formula L plus 1. So in our formula we have 1 plus 1 h/2π. So we have under root 2 h/2π, or we can write h/under root 2π. This is the orbital angular momentum for the p orbital. Similarly, we can also calculate for D and F. For D we have 2. So we just put over here 2 plus 1. So we have under root 6 h/2π. Similarly, for F orbital we have 3. Now for the spin angular momentum. For example, we have another question. We have to find the angular momentum for spin quantum number. Okay, for spin quantum number. As we know, the spin quantum number we have plus half. Okay, so we have the formula half plus 1 h over 2 pi. So we have 1 over 2, 3 over 2. That means we have under root 3 over 2 h over 2 pi. Clear? So we have under root 3 h over 4 pi for the spin quantum number. Clear? In this way, we solve different angular momentum values question. Another question I am also going to take. Just hold for a minute. Now watch another question. It is also connected with the quantum numbers concept. For an element Z is equal to 24. There is an element which has the atomic number 24. We have to find the number of electrons for L is equal to 0, 1 and 2. We have to calculate separately the azimuthal quantum numbers having value 0, 1 and 2 and the number of electrons in that one. In these types of question, firstly write the electronic configuration. Okay, using half power. So we write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, then 4s2, then 3d4. Clear? 2 to 4, 6, 10 to 12, 16, 18 and to 4, 6, 10, 12, 18, 19, 20, 24. But 3d4 is unstable, so our final electronic configuration is, I just writing over here, 34s1, 3d5. Clear? Now this is the electronic configuration of the 24. Now if L is equal to 0, then the maximum number of electrons. For L is equal to 0, it means we have s orbitals. So now we have s orbitals, this, this, this and this. So in s orbital we have 2 electron plus 2 electron. Here I also have 2 electron and here we have 1 electron. Okay. So 2, 4, 6 on 7. So 7 electrons when L is equal to 0. Okay. Now another case. When L is equals to 1. When L is equal to 1. For 1 we have p orbitals. Now we have, this is p and this is p. Clear? So p orbitals we have 6 plus 6. So we have 12 maximum electrons. Clear? Now the last one case, when L is equal to 2. 2 means d orbitals. So we have only this one d orbital. So maximum number of electrons is 5 electrons. So I think these all concepts will help you a lot to solve the questions regarding quantum number. Now again, lastly, I want to say, if you like my contents, please subscribe and share with your friends. And if possible, please comment me so that in order to, I can easily got your impressions whether you like my videos or not. Have a good day.